Well, good morning, everyone. I'm back, and it's exciting times, a new chapter, a new section, and this is going to be on systems of equations. Bonus quiz 3.1, a two-parter. Here's the first part. Determine whether the given ordered pair, that's 6, 1, is a solution of the system of equations. So this is really straightforward, and essentially what we're asking is to sub in 6 for x and 1 for y and see if it works in both of these. If it does, the answer is yes. If it doesn't, the answer is no. Another way of thinking about this, and I think this is the most value I can add to this particular problem, is that we have a lot of word problems in this course, and we're always going from words to math. They never asked us to go from math to words. I think I started to get stronger in solving word problems when I actually worked that other direction. When I took math like this and I went to words with it. And this is particularly useful in this chapter because this can be easily talked about in words if we just stop and think about it for a second. This is saying that all possible pairs of numbers that sum to 7. When I say that, you immediately see that this has got to be a solution. And in fact, you have a lot of other solutions in your brain. You know that 1, 6 would work, 0, 7, and so forth. And you know, from where we are in the course, you know that this is a line, and you know that every point on that line is a solution. And any point not on that line is not a solution. And so all of this works together when we go backwards into words. Now this one's a little bit tougher to put into words. I rearranged this, so I got it in what is called a standard form. Now that's the essence of the form we're going to be dealing with in chapter 3. We've had the slope-intercept form, we've had the point-slope form, and now we have what's called standard form. Alphabetical order on the left side and the constant on the other side. And now if I want to go to words with this, these are all possible pairs. Multiply the first number by 8 and you subtract a second, you get 47. There's infinite number of points on this particular line. We know 6, 1 works here. 6 plus 1 is 7. Does it work here? X is 6, y is 1, and I think you could see that this is indeed going to check. 48 minus 1 is 47. 6, 1 is indeed a solution to both of these. Keep in mind the idea of standard form. The answer here is yes. You know, a funny thing going on here in this problem. They want us to translate to a system of equations, do not solve. And they say two angles are supplementary. And so they don't just tell us, you know, two angles sum to 90 degrees or two angles sum to 180. To untangle this, you have to know which is which. Notice that C comes before S in the alphabet. And notice that 90 degrees comes before 180. So that's how I memorized the definitions of these words. Two angles sum to 180. If the first one is x and the second one is y, they're going to sum to 180. So that's the first equation in the system of equations. They are supplementary, they sum to 180. And so we're going to type in 180 here. And now the second sentence is the one that's going to take a little bit more effort. One angle is 4 degrees less than 3 times the other. One angle is, and then they're going to ask us here to untangle the rest of this. One angle is 4 degrees less than, and less than means subtraction. 4 degrees less than 3 times the other. 4 degrees less than 3 times the other. Remember, less than means you reverse the subtraction. So this is going to come first. 3 times the other minus 4. 3 times the other, which is y, minus 4. That's it. And the key here was this phrase less than. We had this in the first chapter, and I actually created a web page because it's very easy to get this mixed up. So 8 less than 10 would look like this. So that's it. 3y minus 4 and 180. And 3y minus 4. Do a submit. That was a bit tricky with the less than, but we're marching ahead now, and I'll see you down the road.